legislative there.
Bring forward the school study block. Brandon, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about it. Back when I was elected the first time, 13 years ago, we requested a school redistricting plan. Mike and I had just been elected. And we asked them, before we move forward with spending millions of dollars, we would like to know if they're going to go where we need them to go. So $40,000 later, Richard Miller, who was the chairman of the school board at the time, I had a friend of mine in the room one time, said he looked at it, threw the trash can out the end of it. So here we are, 11 years later, still don't know where we need to build schools, still don't know where our population growth is, and I just think if we're going to be asked from the school board to spend up $250 million and raise taxes 10 cents, then we need to have some information to make that judgment call. And that's all I'm asking is to have them do a study and provide a copy of it to the board so that we get an opportunity to look at it before it hits the trash can. So that's what this is about. Any other comments?
I agree that this was very, we're spend several $100 million. I think we need to be sure that we're spending it in the right places. I don't know what current plans they may have. Maybe they've done it, just haven't sent it to us, I don't know. But I agree with Craig, if we're going to spend that much money, we need to have some good information on where we need the schools. I know they did something several years ago. I don't think it was an actual redistricting plan, but it was more like 10 years down the road, birth rates, this kind of thing. We may have this in series, we may have this in some account, but it didn't specifically, as far as I remember saying, these are where the schools would be. Maybe it did, and I just didn't have something for that. But I'm fine with us asking them to just plan for making major capital projects.
And one other thing, if I might interject, that a lot of people don't know about is the plan from the state for the money to follow the student. It no longer follows the school. So you can have a building that says we need to build it in Grand Quarry, but then when you get your voucher plan from the state, you find out that 25% of those students aren't going to go there. So to me, we need more information than just we want to build another school. And with the voucher system coming out, I asked Senator Ford to give me some information. And we have lost, since the first of the year, 1,337 students, which during my day, of course, that's been a long time ago, that was a complete school. So I don't think it's unusual to ask that we have this information provided to us before I go out here and raise your taxes and build you a school that you don't need. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, we just need more information. When we see $250 amount in Danny compared to 10 years ago, the stuff in the bill is much cheaper.
No, you're right. All right, do I have a motion that we pass the school redistricting study requirement? So moved. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, at this time, let's get into the financial report, please.
Alright. So we'll start with cumulative expenditures through August of 2025. So we are at 32.2 million, which is 1.6 million over the previous year, or 5.5%. Cumulative revenue through August, we're at 68.7 million, or 2.3 million over the previous year, or 3.55%. Property taxes, we've collected those through July at this point. We're at 64 million, which is 6 million over the previous year, or 10.39%. I'll say you see this number large this time of year because of so many people having mortgages with escrow. So the escrow pays their property taxes early in the year versus, and then that's when so later on in the years, we'll have the spike from other properties. Sales tax through May is at 40.5 million, which is 2.4 million over the previous cumulative through May, and 6.45%. Just a reminder that the budget was at 40 million, so we've got one more month to come in, so we definitely went over what we had budgeted there and what the projection was. For the month of May, we were 3.7 million, which was 162,000 more than the previous May, or 4.6%.
Wait, say that again.
So 162,000 over the previous May,
I thought you said something different.
or 4.6%. Any questions on any of those?
That's the first slide. So August 26th is, you said 5.5%, right?
Yes.
And August 25.
Cumulative for July and August together, yes.
So is there, my understanding in the budget passed, there was a significant decrease in the budget this year?
Right.
Is there something that was purchased?
I would have to go back and look specifically into that. There wasn't a huge gap between the previous months, so I didn't look into that. Last year's budget, though, included a lot of capital items, which probably would have been started in July and August at that point, so they probably happen later on in the year. And or we're going to do carry forwards in this year because they're not complete yet. So, yeah. Yep. Any other questions?
Yeah, you're doing good. At this time, I make a motion to go into closed session. I move into closed session pursuant to North NCGS 1.3-318 A1 to consider approval of the minutes of the closed session held on September 2nd, 2025, as described by NCGS 143-318.10E pursuant to the North Carolina NCGS 143.11A3 to consult with an attorney pursuant to and NCGS 143-318.11A1 to prevent the discussion of information that is not considered public record. So at this point in time, we ask some, yes, I was asking for a second. Now, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you.
You can still vote on it.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Good night.